Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin. We've got a CoinsKid crew. So we've got 7 closes below the 55 EMA on the weekly time frame at the moment for the DXY. So that's relatively healthy for crypto markets, okay, and bearish for the DXY. We do need to see these consistent closes down here. Like I said to you, run up into resistance and then roll again. You know, I think will be an amazing signal for the crypto markets if we sweep this low on the DXY, okay. So if we start to see the DXY coming back down on the weekly below that low, which is currently 100.0820, if we start to see it take out that low just there, that's extremely bullish for crypto, and I think we're confirming the bottom at that point, okay. But until then, we've basically found support coming into resistance. If we make a lower high here, a high low, sorry, and then go again, and we take out this 20, then this has just been some kind of bear trap on the DXY, potential bull trap on crypto, and this is going to take off again and retrace to that high there. And I think that we're looking at new lows on crypto. Really is that simple, okay. So we're going to keep an eye on the DXY for you. Let's dive into Bitcoin right now. So looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame then, yesterday I got the little W double bottom pattern wrong, to be honest with you. I had a little W double bottom pattern here. It was coming down and then it came down, turned this into resistance and boom, we're coming down. So it looks as though this is the kind of final fifth wave here of some kind of falling diagonal, doesn't it? We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was some kind of ABC correction, a regular ABC correction, some kind of flat just in there, a potential wave 4, you know, and these are subsets of waves within a larger wave. So I think that what we've done here, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that boom landed on a 1618 target. Look at that. So this is where I put some bids in. I did initially get stopped out yesterday on this swing low as this came up, came back down, turned into resistance. I wasn't watching the charts, to be honest with you. This is why you always have a stop loss. Came back down, triggered my stop loss. It was a very, very minimal risk loss, and then boom, we've come back down. But I did put some bids down here, okay. So I'm riding this little level back up. I think we might create some kind of reversal pattern here like this, W double bottom pattern, and start to come up. At this point, everyone is going to get really, really bullish, okay. But I think we've got a potential final wave down. You know, I did anticipate that that was the bottom target, but I have to change that right now because of what's happening in the charts, okay. So I think that what we've got here at the moment is an ABC correction, A, B, C, and this is a C wave of an irregular correction for me. I think we're in a C wave, and within the C wave you do usually see 5 waves. So I think we've got a 1, this is a 2, I think we've gone for a 3 that's bottomed on the 1618 at 21484, and then we're beginning a retracement back up, okay. So I think that the retracement could potentially get as far as 22491, which is where I would wait for something, you know, some kind of double top or a descending triangle or whatever at that point, and then it begins to come back down in a final sort of 5th wave here, and we found the C wave. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this down here I think could be the bottom. So where do I think the bottom's going to be? Obviously I can't give it until we start to come up and create a reversal wave, you know, and then start to turn the corner. From that point I'll be able to give you your fib targets, because this target here, I got this from the 1618. Let me show you. I did say to you yesterday that that's the target, the minimal target I'm looking for in a reversal wave or an impulsive move to the downside, and it absolutely bounced and wicked off that target down there, okay. Amazing. So coming back up, create some kind of reversal wave, put a retracement back in up towards this level here, which is this previous resistance, previous support, not back test as resistance. See that little leg there? So I think we'll get as high as that, and then we'll drop again. To invalidate this, you know, for this all to be done, we've got some kind of big correction here that's done, bottom out, start to come up like that. I think we need to come up and take out the wave 1 high. You see this? The wave 1 low, sorry. So I think if Bitcoin starts to come up, okay, and takes out this low here, it means that we have potentially bottomed, okay, and we're going to start to come up, and this was the bottom, the 1618, okay. But there's something in other charts, the likes of XRP, that's telling me we've got one more crash, okay, and what we're looking at is some kind of correction, retracement back up in this big correction, this C wave that we're going through before a final drop. So where do I think that drop could potentially go to? Well, if I take a look at the minute on the daily time frame, it could just be as simple as looking for the daily 55 EMA, which is around about the 2 fib. Now, like I said to you, if we do start to come down, let me get rid of the drawings right now. If we do start to come down and we lose this 55, that is really bearish, and I think at that point you will begin to see the DXY closing back above its 20-week EMA. So at the moment on the daily, I think because you've lost this 20 right now and you've closed below it, I've always said to you, you know, you've always got to target the 55 on any time frame. So I think that Bitcoin could be looking for that right now. So that current level sits at 20782. So for me, that could be the final wave down. We've got a 1, a 2, a 3. We're going for a 4 right now, retracement, now with a final drop, and we've got a beautiful ABC irregular correction, and we're in the C wave that bottoms out on the 55 EMA on the daily time frame. Really good area to go long and put some spot bids in as well, obviously with a tight stop loss. Remember that. and then boom, we start to come back up, and we've got that sort of final fifth wave there, which for me confirms a bottom. So it's a possible scenario, because I think what we've got here is a clear 1, a 2, a 3, we're going for a 4, and then boom, we're going to break this local high, put in a 5, and that will get us back above this high here, which is key resistance, and the weekly 55 EMA. Because the weekly 55 EMA, like I said to you, I think that confirms the bottom for me. Once you start to take that out and close above it as resistance, you are now entering an uptrend on the weekly time frame, just as the DXY is in its downtrend below the 55 on its weekly time frame as well. So, you know, at the minute you've broken out, you've potentially fallen back to a bullish cross, hold that as support and go again. Remember, it's all about the EMAs here. Start to see closes below the 20 on the weekly is really bearish, and primarily the earliest signal I can tell you is the 55. We lose that, that's bearish. Okay, so we don't want to see that loss for Bitcoin right now. In my opinion, I think we're going through an irregular ABC correction that's going to bottom on the 55 EMA. So, you know, in a minute, I'm riding a lovely little long up into that resistance. I'm looking to close it on that resistance. I've given you all the targets. You know, and this is the thing with technical analysis. We've had a lovely bounce off the 1618, but it looks as though potentially we're on our way to the 2 fib, which is around about 20870 at a bare minimal, which is where the 55 will be when we start to come up to that. So I'm looking for an ABC in here, and I think we've got 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom out, see you later. We're heading towards 26139, which would be this previous resistance just there that we've not backtested as resistance. It was support on the way down. You look at that wick, we melted through it without backtesting it. I think we was all the way down here, and I kept saying to you, look, we've melted through this support without backtesting it resistance. XRP came up and retested that resistance, okay, but Bitcoin didn't. Bitcoin lost the lows from last year, and I think potentially going forward, this could be some kind of black swan right now for the crypto markets. I think that this was the true bottom, the data bottom, and then we looked at some kind of black swan. This is why we're seeing such a massive recovery. Again, this could all be invalidated if Bitcoin does one thing, starts to come down, turns the 55 into resistance, and equally the weekly 20 EMA into resistance once more. That current level sits at 20392. So if you start to see Bitcoin closing out below that on a weekly, it means, you know, this was some kind of bull trap and we're looking at new lows. Okay, and this wasn't a black swan. Bitcoin was always going to go to zero, basically. So I hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.